Witam Państwo. Tēnā koutou katoa. That's my greeting in Polish and Māori. In New Zealand, we always start with a small Māori greeting. So I'm going to just show a little bit about the technical side. To do any uploading, and the reason why we do it, to do some uploading, you first need to be registered. So you need to be in accounts. Once you're registered, I won't go through the registration. Once you've registered and you have an account, you can come into your accounts and you can add a new wall of tribute, you can add a photo collection, you can submit a new testimony. Anything you do from here, or actually once you're logged in, anything you do, those profiles, photos, all belong to you. So it means that when you come into the screen, you can always go and look at your wall of tributes and your hall of images from your account. For people that go in and update a profile or a photo collection that possibly belongs to the museum, they won't be able to see it here until I go and talk with our developer, and I've always asked the developer to go and link them to your account. So once you've done some work here, you could always, after a week or so, you can go back into your account and you should be able to see all your profiles. And the nice thing about this is that should you go halfway through a profile and then you hit the save button, first time you do that, it'll have to come to me as the administrator to approve it. But once you own that account, you can come in, you can do an update, you can save it, come back the next day and you can continue because you own it. So it doesn't matter whether it's been approved or not approved. If it's not approved, no one else can see that account until it is approved, the profile or photos. Okay. So I'll have a look at the wall of tribute. This is where all our profiles are kept. You can... So I'll put in my mother... spelling. She's probably the only one here, she and my grandfather. So there's two here. There's my grandmother and my mother's missing. That's strange. Oh, help. You think she might be down there? No, I don't think so. Never mind, I'll have to find out what's happened there. This is my grandfather. So you open it up and you can see all the details about him. When you add details, it's very good to add a small biography. Now, it doesn't say in the when you insert things, it doesn't say to add a biography. It has other information. So it's a good idea to just put in a verbal biography so that someone can come through and just read through it. Now, there is a click for related images here. This is really nice. This is the new museum. We can now go to images related to the ID. Hello? No? Oh, that's right, it's double click on this thing, I think. No. Not sure why that's not working. Always works for me. This is just taking time. Any ideas?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right. Doesn't seem to be working. All right, let's try.
Yeah, maybe try Antonina in case it's a different.
I don't know that I've got many. Oh, I should have some photos here. Is it seized up or something?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be responding, does it?
No.
Is it? Not that it all. Let me just go back to.
Never mind, we can go on, do something else. No.
Yeah, it's.
Anyhow, normally it will take you to a bunch of photos that you may have put in. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, so let's go now to, where am I? Back to my account. No, I won't. I'll go to the Hall of Images. But if it's not returning data, it might be tough. Whole thing's here. So what's happening? The whole thing's not, nothing's working.
Where's the refresh?
Right? Great. Technology always falls over when you need it.
Is it working here? I guess we don't do it remotely, like if Irena was actually to come over here, we might use it for the better. Oh, it's also.
Oh, let's try again. Well, I'll go on and I'll just talk about what happens. In the Hall of Images, we have what's called a collection of photos. When you want to add a photo, you've never done it before you can add a photo, you have to add a collection. You create a collection and you give it a name, and you can grab any photo you've got that might describe the collection. It might be photos to do with a particular person. So you could pop that person's photo. Or it could be about a family, so maybe you pop a family photo on it. You save that, you can describe it, you save it. Once that's saved, you'll see underneath there is add an entry. Add an entry means add a photo. When you add a photo, it will ask you a whole lot of details about that photo. So you put in whatever details you know. Doesn't matter whether you fill all the fields in or not. So you just put in what you know. There is one field that is really important, and it's called, it's related to any persons that are in that photo that you want to relate to their profile. You need to know the ID of a person. So if it's a photo of your grandfather, you've been to the profile, you've seen...
Irena, sorry to interrupt. We have switched computer, so if you want to try logging in again, I know.
Okay, ready now.
So up to login.
Maybe another computer.
So maybe just if you wanted to, just to see if...
No, this is... Okay.
It's just struggling with the right thing, isn't it?
Never mind.
Okay, all right.
So anyhow, so when you, so where am I? Okay, so you've added a photo. You need to put, and it's a photo of your grandfather. You've been to the Wall of Tribute. You know the ID that your grandfather has. You come back to the photo and you add the ID of the photo. It asks for the name as well. Sometimes when I'm going through somebody's collection, someone wants it approved and they haven't put it in, I might know the ID. I don't bother with the name. I just make sure the ID is in there. That's the most important, because then when you go to the profile and you hit that click on photos, all the photos that are related to all the photos that has that ID in it suddenly pop up. So it's a good thing. The other thing is, if you are putting in a brand new wall of names, a wall of tributes, so you must never ever just go and put in a new name. What the process is, go to the wall of tribute, put in the name of the person that you think you want to add information to, because they may or will already be in the database. Say it pulls up 4 of that same name. Put in the first name, last name, and it pulls up 4. Then what I usually do is just right-click on each one of them, so then I have 4 tabs of that same person coming up. Then I have a look, and usually you'll find that some of the birth years are different, and you have a look and you say, oh no, this one's different, this one's different. But sometimes you may find 2 of them that are obviously your relative. One may have come from the data of repression, one may have come from the army, Under's army, so because this person had been deported and had then come in and to Under's army. And what over the years, what's happened is we've found indexes, and so we've loaded lots of data, but we haven't always linked them together. If you find 2 that belong are the person that you want to add to, then choose the one that's got most data in it. Helps me. Then put in your data, save it, and eventually, as an administrator, I will pick it up. It may take a few days. I'll pick it up and I'll find out, okay, there's 2 of the same. I'll check your details, and if I'm happy, I will grab the details from the other profile, bring them all together, and I'll put the other profile. I just can't remember what I do. It doesn't get deleted, but it doesn't appear anymore. So then all your stuff is in one, and you should be able to go to the accounts and find it. The other thing is that when Anna was showing you the historical galleries, there is when you go into a historical gallery, there is a photo section, images to do with that gallery. So when you're putting in a profile and you've saved it, I've come along to approve it, I will have a look and see what periods of history that person belongs to. And I will create. I tick a bunch of related galleries. So then, when you go to the galleries, all the profiles and pictures not so much the profiles, but the pictures that belong to that gallery will appear on the images, and so it's one way instead of having to go through. How many thousands did you say there was? Over 50,000. But if you go to a gallery, it brings it right down to just the photos. So you may want to just check all the photos of the children that went to India. And so then it will bring back probably 1,000 photos. But it will be the Indian ones. And it will take a little while to load. Sorry I can't go through this. What else? Testimonies. Testimonies are the place where you can put video clips, and again you put in an ID which will relate it to the profile. At the moment we still don't have the ability to go from the profile to the testimonies. I think that's still coming. But in the testimonies you can add a video clip or you can add a PDF. I've started to add PDFs of people's memoirs. You know, when it's a story of a person and someone's written it up beautifully, then it can go into the testimonies. And I think now as history, as we're moving forward in history, we're getting less and less ability to interview the Sibiraks, but often there are other stories around them. Sorry I haven't been able to show you more. I had hoped that we could have run through it together. Yeah, so any questions?
Any questions?
Good.
It just looks amazing.
If you can get into it.
If you do, after the conference, when you're back at home and if you're interacting with the museum, and if you've got any questions about it at all, then certainly do reach out to Irena or I. We're probably the two people that have the most to do with the museum.
So normally if you write emails to admin@kresy-siberia.org, is that right?
Yeah.
It'll come to me. I know that our admin address was down for quite a long time, but I got quite a surprise the other day when I was checking for someone who had tried to do forgotten password and it got nowhere. So I tested, I thought, oh yeah, it's not working. Tested it and wow, I got a message. So that was good. So it's now working and that admin email will come to both Anna and myself and Stefan. So,
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Irena. Sorry about the tech.